retouch. Yeah, make the face a little bit younger. We'll wait to see if it actually goes live. Do a quick test on here. Let's take a test sound, test sound. No sound. No sound. It says I'm connected, no sound. It's probably because I'm... Oh, okay, you hear me? Okay. I can't hear it on my phone. Let's see now. Testing sound. There we go. There we go. All right. Jason Martin, thanks, brother. Appreciate you. Welcome, welcome. How are you, Magic Man? Mickey Mooney, you have sounds. Well, 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 says Robert. It's about time. Yes, sir, it is. Now, you guys don't know, but so one of the things that I wanted to do is, okay, so if I am able to have good internet connection, okay, just so you know. By the way, I just figured out how to put this phone on my mirror. So I'm going to show you where I'm driving. Okay, so that's what we're doing today. So I have one of my gimbals, and I'm gonna go record some videos. That's why I'm not live at my home studio right now. And then I have a tripod. The tripod that I have here, I can put in my tripod in and record with this camera instead of with the phone. I also have my video camera and tripod in the back. I brought my bag with my camera bag with the long lens. And the idea is, like, if I have internet connection and I have my solar generator, I can plug in my laptop. I can plug in my laptop in, by the way, bam! I can plug in my laptop and maybe have an extra monitor, just a small monitor, so that I can go ahead and grab things and put them there for you guys. Obviously, you know, I won't be able to do too many changes while I'm driving. I mean, I can do some stuff. I can hook up two cameras, one facing forward, one facing me. But the whole experience is this. I can do this without the internet, okay? I can just do a video. I can record forward, backward. I can put a video together. But the whole idea is to have a live streaming experience. And that's what I'm going for. Brian, what's up? Good to see you guys. I got a couple of videos, a couple of streams that have been public, and I wanted to share that with you guys. But I will leave it for tonight's stream. I will go live tonight. On Candy, good to see you on here. Do you own a jewelry store or a pawn shop? No, I don't. But I could probably go in and put my jewelry on a pawn, and I'll probably get like $10. I'll probably get like 10. Man, you know what? If I do both, I could probably get like $25 at least 25. All right, let's go grab my coffee at my favorite coffee stand, and then we're going to take a drive to Seattle. Maybe I should put gas. No, I should be fine. We're going to take a drive. First, I'm going to stop by and get a coffee from my favorite coffee stand. All right, and this is the tripod. Hopefully it doesn't cause too many problems for me there. Ooh, quite a bit of traffic today. You guys will see. We'll find out if we get some traffic on the freeway. There's a lot of cars. I'll let you guys know where I'm at so you guys can actually see the live feed of the traffic. So if there is an accident, you guys can help me out and be my witness. Yes, thank you very much. Let me see if I can make it more that way. Yeah. There you go. Here we are. My favorite legal immigrant. Man, we are driving here on Everett, and I'm going to take a little detour to go order my favorite coffee. I did bring my water. It's a gorgeous day. There literally is very, very tiny little clouds. It's already 75 degrees here, which is normally here. It's not. It doesn't get that warm, guys. Global warming. It's real. Dirty money in the house. Jack. Good afternoon, Jack. How are you? Thank you for joining my chat. Uh-oh. Serenity is here, guys. Oh my goodness. Let's see what he's going to say today. Hopefully he doesn't get banned permanently. Oh, Robert, I got your voicemail. I apologize. I got your voicemail last night about SoCal. If he is permanently banned, I probably won't be able to unban him until I get home later tonight. Or maybe when I connect to my laptop. Yeah, when I connect to the laptop, we'll find out. I give internet to my laptop with my second phone. What's up, Serenity? Behave, man. I haven't seen you for a while, so I don't know if you're one of the bad guys. The chat might be strict, guys. So so just don't think that I'm blocking your comments, okay? The chat is strict, I believe, by default. But I say you read. Excuse me. No reason to ban me. I'm just a free speech patriot. And I hope you're a patriot. Patriots are always welcome in my channel. You know that already. All right, so there's like very limited view that I can give you, because then the middle of the mirror on the windshield is there, so I can't give you too much. All right. Now I wish that I can put the phone sideways, but then it won't fit. Yeah, so that's one of the things. You know, when I do lives, yeah, there Iraq doesn't want to be here. You can leave. There you go. Thank you very much, Jason. You know, I was gonna make it just members only, but we'll allow everybody to take a look, and they can see what Washington State actually looks like. Let me make the is the air, the wind noise is not too bad, because I do have you know, the AC on, so the vents are going pretty loud for me. Bye, Jason. Jason is getting kicked out. It's so it's automatic. It's on auto, and I have it at 65. Let me see if I put it at 60, at 68. Dirty Money don't have his glasses on. Don't worry, we will we're still going to talk about a few things that I want to talk about today. Welcome to the Dennis Herrera Show on the Mobile One. Not everybody likes me. That's okay. I don't like everybody either. There's a lot of people that I don't like. I love everybody, but there's a lot of people that I don't like. That's for sure. Now, this coffee that I get, this is my favorite baristas. If it's not the ones that normally are here, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed. But for the most part, Broadway Coffee is always delivering. Here we go. Here you go, guys. You can see the prices. This is how much the coffee cost over here. I think it's pretty standard, I think, right? For most places. You can see the sign over there, but there you go. The sign is being blocked by the grass. Tanya, how are you? Good afternoon. Welcome, sis. Yeah, it's pretty up there, guys. It's pretty up there, and we're about to get loaded. We're about to get loaded. Man, I tell you, man, with this, with the fans down a little bit, it's not as cool in the car. Let me see if I can lower the back. There we go. Well, I'll tell you this, it'd be a lot hotter if I didn't have my AC on. Hey, but welcome, guys. Thank you for hitting the like. I don't know how this live is gonna go out today, but you can see in the back. Let me see. Probably can't. I got my camera bag in the back with my video tripod, and I'm gonna record some videos. Hopefully I get what I want. I'm gonna drive down to Seattle. Every time I drive to Seattle, I hate it because I don't know Seattle. We're just going to try to find some back roads. There is a little spot by the marina. Hopefully we find it. And I'll probably go down there with the phone, see if I can grab my camera, and while I set you guys down, maybe I can record my scene. If not, I'll just do the live, you know, and then come back to it later and record my videos, which I want to play in the background when I am live at my home studio. So, you know, just looking for different things, you know, for myself, just to please myself, because I'm very picky like that. Let's see. All right. Howdy, how are you? I'm glad it's you. I'm glad it's you. Hey, you want to say hi to the live people? No. Okay. She's shy. It's okay, guys. But if you want to come and see these people here, this is Broadway Coffee. By the way, I am almost on my free drink. Can I get a? Yep, you know it. 4 and 4. Yeah, you know it. And then just a little less ice like last time. I appreciate it. We'll see if the car passes.
Where are you going?
I'm doing my live on my car today. We're driving down to Seattle. Yeah, I want to see if I can get downtown to the marina. There's a little spot where you can see the Space Needle and all the water, and you can actually see across the lake there.
It's a good day for it.
It is gorgeous. I just hope I don't get stuck with traffic on the freeway, you know?
Friday, sunny, and it's the holiday weekend.
Friday, sunny, holiday weekend. Oh my gosh, that's right.
You might get in traffic.
This might not be a good idea.
But if you're not on the time crunch, then I mean,
Well, it is sort of a time crunch because I got to pick up my wife. But that's not until 4, so I think I have enough time. I got 4 hours, I think. 3 hours.
Oh, then maybe not.
Yeah, I got 3 hours to be able to head back, and then 1 hour to come back from Seattle to over to Linwood. Don't worry, guys. We'll get started. Just let me get my coffee, and then we will be on our way. Is that 32?
No.
That looks tiny.
It is.
Oh, I was like, man, your hands must have gotten huge because that coffee looks small. Yeah, get that baby after.
Get better anyways. I was like, man, I think the accident just wants to know.
Yeah, there you go. It all works out.
There is all the shots in there, though.
All right. See, now you can add the ice. See, so it works.
Perfect. And it's cold now. All right.
There you go.
Thank you much.
Thank you, thank you. And here we are, the price. This is a 32-ounce Americano with 4 dark shots and 4 white shots of coffee with a splash of white mocha. White mocha. Ooh. She always makes it sweet for me.
You're going to be bouncing off the walls now.
Nah, I don't know. I need it. I haven't had coffee today yet. You were going to be famous. There's like 30,000 people watching right now.
Well,
Yeah, all right. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
thank you.
Thank you, Emily. Have a good day. Yes, ma'am. All right, let's get out of here on the road. All right, so we're gonna head on down to Seattle. We'll see what kind of traffic we get here. I was listening to some of the news on the Iran, and I'm gonna tell you, man, these guys don't know. They don't know who they're fucking with. They're so low IQ that they think that just being crazy or tough or whatever the hell they want to call themselves, they think that that's going to save them. I know a lot of people. My man, I saw you, bro. I saw you. My bad. I wanted to make sure I say hi. I know it's not a Starbucks, right, Mr. Reed? No Starbucks. I don't buy Starbucks. Well, sometimes I do, but these are better. Now, we know a lot of us, we just want them gone. We want the Iranian regime gone, taken care of, annihilated, and we want the real good Iranian people to be free. Because you know what's crazy about this is, it's with, I have to merge, give me a second, with Iran, that is not Muslim crazy Iran. They are much like us. They are without Islam, they are able to assimilate to us. All right, let me show you the way here. Hopefully that little spot there is not gonna bother you too much, but that way you guys can see the sort of the freeway there. So, I really like Iran because before the Ayatollah came in and tried to destroy everything, I don't care about the excuse of, we were taking all the resources. Well, I know it was 40% of the oil resources. And maybe that wasn't the right way to do things, but it doesn't matter. There was an agreement that we had. We didn't go over there and steal it. There was an agreement. Now, whether they like that agreement or not, That's irrelevant. All I know is that the Iranian people, they dress like us, they acted like us, and so I know that the Iranian people, without Islam, they can really assimilate, and you probably won't even know the difference between us and them, besides the language. And so me personally, I really want that regime just gone completely. And now here's the thing that you guys got to keep an eye on, and you have to be aware of this. You have to know that maybe a lot of innocent people are going to die if it comes down to it. Because these guys play dirty. These guys have been indoctrinating and culting people into dying for their cause. And I think that that's going to be sad. But just remember, I am telling you today because people are always going to come into our chat and they're going to say, oh, you guys never judge this, you never judge that. No, we're always judging, but we're also acknowledging that some of the things have to change. We can have the best plans to go and do something, but everything can change at any given moment. I always put a disclaimer, hey, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do this, but if something happens, those plans will have to change. Like, when we see people coming into our lives, right, and they come into our chat and they try to troll, hey, how about that? No new wars. Like, these guys are so retarded. Can you imagine? Listen to this. President Trump says we're not going to make any new wars. I agree, and I like it. But we also have to acknowledge that we cannot tell our enemies that we are just not going to war. We can't let them know that. We can tell ourselves that, but as the media goes out and everybody knows everybody's business, well, sometimes you have to know this is what we want, but they also have to know that we're going to F them up if they step out of line. You got to protect your country. You got to protect the people. And just because you say you are not going to make any new wars, it doesn't mean that our enemies are going to walk all over us. That's not what that means. Besides, this Iranian war is not a new war. This Iranian war is actually a 47-year-old war. They've already killed a lot of Americans. One too many. One too many Americans. And they sit there boldly challenging us, telling us in front of NATO. Can you imagine that? In front of all these other countries that are supposed to be, an alliance to keep peace. They can go out there and they can say whatever they want, and we can't. How does that work? There's a little bit of traffic. How does that work? How come Iran can go over there and say, we're going to go ahead and close the Strait of Hormuz, and we're going to just go ahead and take over international waters? How come they can go and say that, but nobody says anything about it? There's got to be something. There's got to be something to give. And the United States of America, we're not going to sit back and take it. Let me tell you right now, I've been watching other people's podcasts, and I noticed that these trolls, they're always talking shit about us. They're always talking shit about conservatives. They're always talking shit about Republicans. Always talking shit about people that care about the United States of America. And I watched them. And their comments are so retarded sometimes. Like, some of them are actually funny, because it sounds like they're being sarcastic, right? But these people are so stupid. They just don't want to have an engagement. They don't want to have a conversation. They just want to be hating and doing what they want, meaning supporting the terrorists. And I just can't do that. Hey, Samuel, how are you? I see you. Texas Jane, how are you, Mama? Good to see you guys in here. We are on our way to Seattle, Washington. Now, I wish that I was doing this, just, side talk. I wish that I was doing this with an actual satellite internet with Starlink. It will be so much better because I'll be able to hook up my laptop, get my camera hooked up, the real good camera, and be able to give you the live feed on a bigger screen. It'll probably be the same anyway, but you know what I'm saying. I will be able to hook up multiple cameras is what I'm saying. I want to be able to have at least 2 cameras going when I do my lives when I'm driving. That way I can do that, that picture-in-picture, so to speak. So you guys can have the wide-angle view, and also you can have the vertical view of myself. I don't think anybody's doing it. I haven't seen anybody do lives like the ones that I'm going to do. And maybe right now, by telling you, and all these people coming in here, they're going to be like, oh, hey, you know what, that sounds like a good idea. I think I'm going to do that. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. People take other people's ideas, and that's okay. I wish that it was because they didn't want any arguments, Marta. But you know what? It's like, I understand, when people disagree with me, I understand the disagreement. But what pisses me off is like when people come in just, cursing at us, calling us names. I got 3 rules on my live, on my chat. 3 rules. Do not come into my chat to insult my president. Number 1. If you disagree with them, disagree with them. Do not insult my president. That's just me. Number 2, do not insult anybody on my chat. And number 3, don't come in insulting me. If you have a question, ask a question. If you want to highlight that question because I cannot see or answer your question, you got to put a super chat. Super chat is how you support me so that I can continue to spend my time doing this. Now, I will say this, a lot of my members that you see there with the blues and the greens, they're supporting me monthly, meaning that they are permanent supporters of mine, and I appreciate that. Not everybody has to do it, but definitely super chats help a lot to continue to do this work. And yes, I know I'm taking a huge pay cut just because I just started doing this not too long ago. And from the time that I made the channel, which I didn't do anything with it at first, it's already been 1 year. But from the time that I started doing lives for you guys, at the middle of July, I believe, I think it was the middle of July or in August, I think, is when my actual 1 year of doing this is going to be. So we're still in the, about around 10 months, doing this channel. And thanks to you guys, we're already at, 20,000, almost 20,100 subscribers. That is all you guys. Yeah. Let's see what you say there. I can't read too much, guys. So here's the thing, man. Most of my life, I've had 2 to 3 jobs, okay? So it's not like I haven't done my part. It's not like I'm lazy. As a matter of fact, thinking about doing this kind of stuff, man, is very tiring. If you think, Samuel, that you can do what I do, by all means, my friend, go do it. Go do it so that you can realize how much work it really is. It's not just a simple, see, for most people, I think, they just be happy with the phones, just like I'm doing right now. But I'm not happy just with the phones. I want to be able to bring you in, into a new media sort of live streaming. I'm looking for ways to improve and to be able to, bring everything, just new content, new entertainment for you guys. Like, I like to give people eye candy, so to speak. And no, I'm not perfect. Obviously, I'm not, I'm not there yet. I'm just starting. I'm literally just starting. Like, I'm not even selling merch. You know, it takes money to make money. And yes, I am taking a big pay cut, but that's okay. It's part of doing investments. See, I understand how business works. And I understand that sometimes you gotta have some pains so that I can get to those long-term gains. And the thing with investing, with the thing with doing what we do, it's sometimes it can pay off, and sometimes, well, it might not. It might not pay off. But I will tell you, these are just my humble beginnings. It's just my humble beginnings. That's all it is. I will show you guys right now. I'll show you some of my camera equipment. It's not the greatest, but it's also not cheap. So, and it's not that I'm, you know, I don't have everything. Obviously, I got a bunch of lenses at home and other equipment. But it's not to boast on myself or to show off. I'm a real guy. I'm honest. You know, I'm very arrogant, even though I'm humble. I don't know if that makes sense, but I really am. I can be your best friend, or I can be your worst bully. It just depends on how you treat me. If you sit on my chat and you just want to sit there and insult my president, my chat members, and myself, I'm going to tear you apart. I'm gonna ban you. I'm just not gonna let you go. I released a lot of people. It was over 100 people that were banned from my channel. You know what? I let them come out, and as soon as they came into our chat, liars, and they start spamming and they just hating and insults. And come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Whether you think this is a real job or not, it's irrelevant. You see my car driving right now, you think it drives on water? You see my live right now, the internet connection, you think that my cell phones are free? You think when I'm at home, my electricity is free? You think when I got my computer and all my cameras and everything set up for our studio live, you think that's free? Nah, man, it's always pay. You gotta pay. I consume more electricity. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sacrificing some real estate space for me so that I can do my lives. Some people understand, some people don't. I get it. You know, I mean, there's people that say this to people that are actually successful. Like these people are actually making millions of dollars doing their podcasts. But you know what? I don't hear them saying, "Hey, they just bought a new property. They just built some apartment complexes." You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't hear that. Why is it that I only hear this dumbass socialist Democrat government incompetent people? How come they're always saying low house income, and all they want is to house all these druggies? And I understand we need low housing, but how about you make a whole freaking building, a whole apartment complex, and just vets? Allow for just vets to live there. Give them their space. Give them their own place. I think veterans are more important than junkie homeless. I mean, that's just me, but I'm just saying, we're spending hundreds of millions of dollars, and I'm telling you, I wish that I was making hundreds of millions of dollars, and I will prove to you how you're supposed to deal with your money. Now, the difference is that I'm not going to convince you or force other people to pay more taxes or to do what I do. I think that that's something that everybody has to independently do on their own. There's always traffic on this area over here. So the trick here in Seattle, now everybody's going to know about this, you get on the far right lane, and well, it's not working right now, but normally it does. So the right lane here actually moves faster than the fast lane, and then I get to a certain location, and then it goes a little bit faster, and then everything comes back to be very, very, very slow. But anyway, you know, I wish, you know what, as a matter of fact, I think Amazon was actually investing. I heard billions. Maybe I misheard. Maybe millions, but I heard billions. And what they're doing is they're buying these property communities, right? Where there's been like it's low income, but the property is trash. Like hoarders live in it. You know what I'm saying? And I guess Amazon had invested a lot of money, buying properties like this and making them low income housing. Which, by the way, low income housing is a bunch of bull. You got to make a lot of money to be in low house income. It is ridiculous. But anyway, but that's something that that he's doing, and I think that's fantastic. But it's not something that we should be forcing people to do. You know what, Miguel Martinez? Let me tell you something. A lot of people that come in here, I'm this immigration guy. I feel everybody should be here legally, okay? But I'm going to tell you this. Telling somebody to be in this country legally and being prejudiced towards them, it's a whole different thing. It's a whole different thing. Because I'm going to tell you, I agree that there is a lot of great, especially my people, Hispanics, great architects. It's not just the laboring guys, you know what I'm saying? No, it's not just the chalan, It's not just that, not just the chalan. I know my Latinos can do sheetrock work. You know how I know? I know how to frame. I know how to sheetrock. I know how to roof. I know how to mix concrete. I'm not very good at architecture, but I know how to do all those laboring jobs, and I do it very good. So I know that most of my Hispanic people are in the same way, even better than I am. And so I give them a lot of props. And I'm going to tell you this. If I was to have a what do you call it? A project. If I was to have a project, like an NGO, non-government organization, I will make sure that I hire the people. I will bargain for a good price. I want good warranty. So that means that these people have to be held accountable for good workmanship, and then I will go ahead and give them a contract. And if they have people that they know of that can be great workers, after they advertise in the United States to hire American citizens or residents, I will say this: I would love to have Hispanics owning companies where they can actually sponsor, I don't care if it's family, but they can sponsor people from their countries to come and work in these construction companies. Like, think about this, right? So we have American contractors here. Sometimes they're too expensive. I get that. There is this thing called competition, right? The government, these people in the government, they just ask for a price, and they say, okay, $10 million. Okay, thank you. No, you go ask around. You have Jose, you have Pedro, you got Juan. You got to ask, okay, Pedro, how much for this? Well, this much. Okay, Juan, how much for this? Well, Jose, how much for this? You know what? I'll take you, Jose. You go ahead and get this contract. But I need you to do this, a fantastic job. I need you to do it very well. I need you to guarantee me that this is how it's going to be a good work. And I don't know, man. I feel like I can just help so many people. I'm just not in that position to do it. You know what I mean? And I say a lot of Hispanics because I see a lot of Hispanics here in Washington State. But I think that I'm also going to be doing a lot of criminal background checks. I'm telling you right now, man. I know that we can build this country. I mean, I'm talking about Washington State now, but we can build this country to be even better than what it is right now. But we got to make sure that our laws are being respected. If people don't respect our laws, we can make all the plans that we want, but somebody else is going to come in and destroy our country. I've seen this happen so much in California. It is crazy. California, one of the most beautiful states of the United States of America, in my opinion, because it's not being taken care of. It just doesn't look like that right now. These people, California has so much wealth coming in. Now, I understand that they pay more billions of dollars in taxes to the federal government, but in California, they should have spent already. They should already have spent a lot of money on desalination. It takes billions. It takes billions. But look at this. It takes billions of dollars, because I know this because this is how much it costs in Saudi, right? In the Middle East. They have desalination, factories, I guess. What would you call that? Yeah, factories, right? They have the desalination, I don't know, there's a different name, I know there is. But they have this desalination, what's the word? Anybody help me out? Somebody help me out in the chat so I can have that on my head. I mean, in my head. So Samuel, one of the ways that wealth is created is by actually having wealth. You can't create wealth out of nothing. And so if somebody, plants, thank you, desalination plants. Oh my God, thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, desalination plants. Now, listen to this. It takes billions of dollars. I get it. But you know what? California has billions of dollars. I'm going to tell you something. If you have desalination plants, you can have as much water for your lakes. Like, you literally can refill your lakes. You can refill your man-made lakes for fires. You can seriously have no water shortage in California. And that doesn't mean that people got to pay more for water. That just means that the government has to do a better way to make that budget work. And not only is that going to provide water, but then also is going to give security for fire hazards. You'll be able to water your lawn so that it doesn't get too dry. The government will be able to afford to actually use some water for preventive fires during the really hot seasons. I mean, it's like a domino effect. Once you find the solution, everything else just kind of follows. You know what I'm saying? But this government is always thinking socialist programs, always homeless, always this and that. And they don't know is that when they take care of these programs, they're not really helping the homeless. They're just attracting more people that are homeless from other states, other countries, and then they come over here to take advantage of the system. Homelessness is not going to go away. As long as you continue to enable people to be homeless, it's not going away. It's just not going to go away. Now, I'm trying to concentrate here because I can't remember what is the actual exit that I take. I don't think it's this one. We'll wait for the next one. I'm winging it. I'm here. This is downtown Seattle, guys. Yeah, that might have been it. That might have been it. It's all good. We'll go through the downtown Seattle. Hopefully, I think the reception is doing pretty good today. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, but anyway, Samuel, the reason why you want rich people to stay is because only when you have rich people, you can actually have an economy. It is what it is. Like, you see these guys. ¿Qué onda? See these guys? So these guys, they work on, construction. And I don't have a problem with them. It's okay. All kinds of business will be in this country. And all kinds of business will be supported. But you cannot say that you're going to take all the wealth from the rich people to give it to the poor. What the hell, you Robin Hood? That's not the way that the society works. You want to make sure that people know how to work. For example, with these AI plants, right? These factories, the data centers that are coming in. people are complaining about the companies, saying that these companies are gonna, they're gonna take over the world, and that you're gonna lose all this employment and all this other stuff. That might be true. That might be true. But that doesn't mean that you have to, just rely on that one company. You got to use your skills. You got to continue to improve yourself. You go get your own business. Make your own wealth. I mean, just tell me that to me in my brain, there is just no logic. There is no logic to say that if we have rich people, we must get their money. That's called theft. That's what I call that. When somebody works their butts off, I call it theft. If Brian is working his butt off and I tell him to give me half of what he makes and I don't work, that's theft. You got to see it for what it is. I'm telling you, man, listen, my props to all the immigrants that we have in here. I want them to stay here. But if you're illegal and you're over here causing problems, well, you got to go. And I always tell people this. You guys know, if you've been with me long enough, I always tell people, listen, if you are illegal, I suggest you shut the hell up. Don't go out there protesting. Don't go out there making a fuss. Just be quiet. As long as nobody knows that you are here, there is no problem. You know what I'm saying? But these people don't listen. Listen, I've never been illegal, but if I was illegal, I would not be protesting. I would not be on the streets making noise. I will be trying to figure out a way to stay under the table, under the blanket, so nobody can see me. All right, that's the downtown Seattle down there, guys. A little side conversation. I will read some comments in a little bit. I can't read comments too much when I'm driving. It's a little smuggy over there, but if we would have had some rain yesterday and we would have had a sunny day today, then you would have had a much clearer view. Guys, don't forget to support my channel. Throw some chats in there. If you can throw some chats, that's how you support me. My members, thank you so much for being members. You guys are amazing. Look, that area over there, I want to be able to find a way to get there up in some sort of hill. I think there's got to be a park somewhere over there where I can actually, I think there is actually, and I can find an area where even if I put my long lens, I will be able to make a nice video of that. The little marina down there with that look to the Space Needle up there in the end. That's what I'm talking about. All right, I think we're going to take this exit down here because I want to end up down there. Somewhere over there. All right. I'm going to put you right there so I pay more attention to when I'm driving. We'll take this exit, and hopefully there is a spot that I really like. First, hopefully we have some parking, and second, that I actually, and more importantly, that I can actually find the location. You'll see what I'm saying. So this is part of Seattle. Take a right. The roads need a little bit of work, but it's it is what it is. I don't think nothing is perfect, and the road is going to be very, very tight over here, as I remember. Once we get deeper into where we're going. All right, this is a one-way, and cars park on both sides. So the left side looks just like the right side. Okay. So we're just gonna go down as far as we can. Look at this, look at this, guys. There's nobody behind me. All right, I think I can hold the phone this way. Sorry about the bouncy. There's a lot of holes, a lot of potholes here on the road, here in beautiful Seattle, Washington. But man, this shade right here, these trees, gorgeous, gorgeous. Love it. I love it. We'll just continue to go down. This is a two-way now, same road, but now it's a two-way. And you can see they park both ways on both sides. I did this one time in California, and I almost got a ticket for it. The cop said in California you can't do that. All right, and then we're just gonna follow the road. I think we're gonna go left. The marina is right here. Yeah, the road here is not the best, but it's okay. At some point, I think it becomes dirt. But you can't see much. But on the right side is the marina. There's some properties down here. You can see a couple in there with having a little picnic. Look at that. Now, these are probably residents that live here. So close to the marina, it looks like you are in an island with a little tiny road. Oh, this guy. Come on, buddy. I don't want to give you another scrape on that beautiful Audi. Yeah, so parking here is going to be a pain in the neck, but I think we can hopefully we can find some parking. It's gorgeous. You know, I could have parked right there, I think. You gotta be careful here because you don't want to park on private property. Get your car towed. That is not what we're here for. And these are just little apartments. Hell of expensive. All because they live right in front of the water. It's almost like island time. Another little tiny side park. Okay, no parking on that space. Private garage. What do you guys think? Not bad, right? It's just too expensive for people to afford a living. So, you know, these people that pay so much money, I mean, I wonder how much money they're making. Maybe they don't feel the pain. Maybe they don't feel the pain. The thing about the spot, what I'm looking for is like I don't have an actual address where I'm going. I always just eyeball it and I always find it, but I can't guarantee that we're gonna find it. So if you see that if you can see through the trees, I don't know if you can, but the downtown Seattle is right there. And so I'm trying to show you as much as I can. I'll probably walk around and show you guys. Maybe we'll see. Stop sign here. Yeah, this looks familiar. All right, I should be trying to find a spot here somewhere. Motorcycle parking only. Is he talking about the inside? Right, there's one spot. Tiny spots, but they're parking spots. We might be in luck. We might be in luck. 2 hour parking. Plenty. Plenty of time. All right, let me see if this is the location. I think this might be. I hate not being able to remember. There's a fence. What? Ay, ay, ay. Let me see. Oh, well, well, well. Let me put you up here so that I can park. Go ahead, lady. I know you. You see me, but you still don't know. Oh, yeah. Now, I'm a little concerned because I saw a fence here. And, well, let's get out. Let's go check him out. Hey, if you are joining my live, thank you for joining my live. Let's go down here and see if we can get some access. Let's talk to this couple of people here chilling. If it gets windy, guys, it is what it is. I think it's this way. Just gotta watch out for the duck shit. Hey, buddy. Look at here. look how close we get to these guys. Hey, don't get mad. He's over here hissing at me. Let's see. Somebody was having fun drinking beer. Check this out. What do you guys think? That's the Space Needle over there. Nice, it's not too windy. Yeah, that duck was gonna attack me. He was like like a snake. That's the thing, you know, that Seattle is beautiful, guys. It's gorgeous out here. It is truly, truly gorgeous. It really is beautiful. And you know, for the people that complain about I saw that read Democrat talk. You know, for the people that complain about, you know, the rich people this and the rich people that, you know, it's sort of like a stupid argument, because instead of, you know, standing up to corrupt the government, instead of thinking about how they can make themselves wealthier, you know, they just make all these excuses to why they're failing. So that's just my mentality when it comes to it. Hey, but look at that background. That's not a fake background. Hey, Jess, how are you? Yeah. Nice view today. No, these dogs are black, white, and brown. Let's see if we can get closer. Let me zoom in so I don't disturb them too much. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Huh? How you doing? They're cute, but they leave a bunch of duck shit everywhere. You hear that? They hiss. See that? They hiss. I should just leave it here and then just do my live right here. Oh look! Seaplane taking off. Oh yeah, I'm sure they can do some damage. All right, well I guess I'll grab my tripod. Gotta make sure I don't have green paste on the bottom of my shoes. You know what I mean? Oh look, there's some little ducklings. I'm not gonna get too close because I think they will come after me if I'm disturbing them too much. This Canadian geese better be legal. Man, check it out. Nice little shade right here under this beautiful tree. All right, let's see. Just grabbing my tripod, guys. Nosy, where are you going? Remember, you're coming to me. Uh-oh, let's see if we can get through now. Uh-oh, it's me against the geese. No. When you say quiet to them, it just means get out of the way. Hey, easy there, tiger. Easy, tiger. Oh, I can do that too. Yeah, that's right. They know who's the boss. You guys can go get in the water. Go get in the water. All right. All right, guys, we're almost ready. We're almost ready. Let me get my tripod set up. I'm gonna put you guys on here. Yeah, right there. Tighten this baby up. What's going on? Okay. Sorry guys, I need to tighten something here. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that's enough. And make you guys leveled up. All right. Lucky it's not too windy, because I don't have the windproof microphones. Put it right here, I think. I hope you guys are having a good day. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. This little tripod that I'm using, it only cost me $650. But I got it because I needed something, a tripod that was strong enough to hold my heavy lens with my camera. All right. We are indeed in Seattle. That is the Space Needle. Brian. All right, I'll allow you guys, you can ask some questions. Oh shoot, man, I forgot my damn... I hope I don't get to see some crazies come over here, because I don't want to have to shoot somebody. All right, let me make this smaller. Here's your favorite people, guys. Here they are. Here they come. Yeah. There you go. Hey, everybody deserves to have fun. Shark! This is a lake, my friend. This is a lake. Wait, is this a lake? No, this is not a lake. It's the Puget Sound. Hey, Dennis, how are you? Good to see you. This is the only time you're gonna hear me lowering my voice. Can't get too excited. Man, this crackhead's over here, crazy.
Oh, there's a chair down there. Why don't you dive in the water and go get that chair?
This guy's talking crazy. No whales here. No whales. Let me find my location here. Location says that I'm way the hell in Polynesian Islands. What the hell? It's because my last location that I looked at was American Samoa. place is. Location. Let's see if we can get some questions here from you guys. Let's see. Go to SeaWorld. There is a small museum here. They say it's really nice, but it's freaking expensive to get in there, man. It is expensive. I used to have a boat in Lake Union. I grew up in Marion, Saigon, 1929, 42-footer. Nice. That's pretty nice. John says this sucks. Said no wonder you don't get super chats. You might be right, my friend. You might be right. But if you never come into my channel, you don't know what I'm about. And sometimes I like to just do something a little bit different. It calms my nerves. Make this smaller for you guys. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah. Thanks, Steve. You're welcome, Tater. Tater Tots Mama. Of course, you're a Tater Tots Mama. That's why you appreciate it. You have taste. My members already know I sometimes like to wind down, man. It's the same shit every day. Sometimes you just gotta slow down, guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Reception is not too good, is it? It's good reception or no? I hope it's good. This guy just came down here to drink some beer, and hopefully they take the garbage with them. Because somebody was drinking beer down here and left like 5 cans and a bottle of Heineken. You know what? Check that out. There's a plane going up. I don't know if you can see it, it's so small. But if you're here in person, you get to see that. Where'd it go? I can barely see it on my screen, but you see that plane? So when you're here, it's just gorgeous. It just really is. I'm telling you, man, it's just like Seattle, Washington State is worth fighting for. It really is. And I think that, you know, maybe government people, politicians, maybe they just stop going to the places where people like me and just regular people go and visit, you know? That they forget that these people, they need maintenance, you know? All these people, they pay taxes, man. And if they pay taxes, they should be taken care of. Just think about all the beautiful things that we've seen here. They are beautiful. Yeah, that's a little bit, there you go. Thank you, Steve, for stopping by. I appreciate you. John, do you have a question, John? I will allow you to ask me a question. I said if you have a question, you can ask me. If you want to get my attention, super chat. Don't be cheap. These guys, they always think the same way. I'm in the car, I'm at the home office, I'm over here at the bay trying to give you guys a different scenery. It's still a bomb, just doing nothing. Man, you just can never please these people. Like, why can't I give you guys something nice and calm and just chill? Just chill, man. Just chill. If you don't like it, you can always get out of the house and go find your own little nest. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We addressed a little bit on economy on the way here. I'm glad I was able to find the spot that I wanted to bring you guys. Why is the reception bad? I have good bars, man. I don't know why the reception is bad. You guys have a good picture or is it a crappy picture? It's crappy, says Reed. Yeah, I don't know why. It says 5G. 5G, 4 bars. It's supposed to be good quality, man. Interesting. No, I mean, it could be the water, but I have great reception, it looks like. Obviously, the camera on my phone that I'm actually, recording on, it looks perfect. But then the one phone that I'm looking at, the water looks choppy. And the background doesn't look that good. But I'll tell you what, I'm gonna grab my camera and I'm gonna make a video here and then just because I want to have this frame right here without these people on the right. I want to have that frame. I know, sorry about the blur, but the frame like that. You know what I'm saying? Have that frame. How about frame like that, and I can put that in my background when I do my live tonight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. King Daddy is what you got to call him. King Daddy. Let's see, maybe zoom out. Or maybe that's what it is. Another seaplane taking off. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think it's a lot better, right? Yeah, that's weird. To wanna bow to a king seems un-American. Slim Fat Boy. I agree. You know what's funny though? None of us conservatives that support Trump kneel to the king. But every socialist Democrats, every libtard that we say, leftist person, actually bend the knee to Africans. They bend the knee to the King Charles. Isn't that crazy? They stood up. They bowed to him. We clapped. We supported as we support everybody that we like. But it's very interesting that the people that said they didn't want a king were the ones worshiping a king. But us, who has a president, we know better. We didn't bow to King Charles. Uh-oh. These guys are coming after me now. They're invading my territory. It's not me, it's them. They're like 3 feet away from me, like literally. Look, I'll show you guys. My camera is enlarging the area, but just a few feet away from me. All right, any other questions? I see. Yeah. Black Lives Matter, kneel and shut up. It's all right. Come on, ask questions. Hey, Sandra, how are you, big sis? Good to see you on here. These libtards don't appreciate me being calm. You see, they're always complaining about me yelling on my microphone in my home office. And then here I come outside into nature, show you guys a little bit of downtown Seattle, some seaplanes taking off, and they don't appreciate it. Yeah, Slim, I will agree with that. Both sides have retards. Look at that, one taking off, one landing. I don't know if it's a good idea to go out there canoeing when all these planes are just landing all over the place. Imagine the seaplane landing on one of those canoes. This is Seattle, Washington. This is on the northeast, no, northwest marina. Yeah. Just so you guys know, behind that hill, that's the opening to the ocean. And behind the hill, it's where I actually go. But the reception, it's really bad. So if I have, once I get my Starlink, I'm still waiting for this check that I've been waiting for. Once I get my Starlink set up and everything, I'm gonna go over there and give you guys a better view. I'm gonna set up my laptop. I'm gonna set up my camera, not the phone, the actual camera with the long lens. I want to see if I can bring somebody with me to help me because there's a lot of weight. I have my solar generator come out there. Yes, we have to be armed. You know what I'm saying? Just in case somebody tries to be a fool and wants to eat some lead. But I think it'd be fantastic for you guys to actually see Seattle on a live view. And you can ask me questions. You can tell me to zoom in on this, zoom in on that, and I will try to get you as close as I can to all of those things. And mainly this is really going to be mainly for my members. But I would love to give everybody a chance to do that. Burn, loot, murder. Oh, my bad. And same thing. Same thing to me, bro. It is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. But what do you guys think? Wouldn't that be nice to be able to come out here and just kind of do a whole live thing and just entertaining you guys and just giving you a little bit of getaway, so to speak. I'm the kind of person that has always appreciated visiting other countries. I like to see even states. But I like to see how people's lives are every day. Like, for example, I was watching this guy. He's from the Philippines. He's Canadian, but he moved to the Philippines and actually became a Filipino. And every day his videos are just there's nothing spectacular about the video. It's just his regular daily life. Just really boring stuff for most people. But me, I'm just curious, what is the life like every day? And, I enjoyed it because he showed the island, he showed the palm trees, he showed the streets, the little humble businesses, etc. And I enjoy that. Even though I can't be there, I enjoy the views. And I feel like sometimes I want to take you guys with me, wherever I go, I want to take you with me. And I want to say it, if we win, if we become government, because I say you guys are my supporters, I want to take you with me. If we win, I would love to host you here in the governor's mansion here in Olympia. Olympia is about 2.5 hours from here, by the way, or 2 hours from here south. We just love to host people. And I seriously, let me tell you something. One of the things why I love President Trump, and I'm not saying we are the same. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm trying to give you a different perspective of me, if you don't know, okay? I love to be able to help people out. Not enable people being lazy, but helping people out. I can tell you, literally, every single day, I want to get out. I want to take my time if I can, but I want to get out I want to get up, shower, grab my coffee, and you know what? I want to head somewhere. I can go to a business meeting. I can go meet with the small businesses. I can go and meet, with people at a park. I want to see what they're doing. I want to go take have a conversation with the fisherman. I want to go to Pike Market, talk with the businesses there, and just say hello to people. I want to be able to go and talk to some crazy ass homeless people and be like, hey, what can I do for you? Why are you doing this? Why are you here? Like really try to understand, not try to make yourself up to pretend that you know everything that people are going through. Find out, how did you become homeless? Learn their story, not just one person, everybody's person. You know what I'm saying? Like I really want to be no, I love wearing suits, by the way, but sometimes I do like to dress down. I want to be able to go and say, hey, listen, I need to get these meetings done. Let's get these meetings done. I need to get this document signed. Okay, let's get this document signed. Let's go check out some farmers. I want to talk to the big farmers. I want to talk to the small farms. I want to see. I don't care if there is illegal or legal people working the farm. I want to know what they're doing. And if somebody needs help, then we need to help them. This is very simple. It's just, I think that, being pro-migration is not a problem. I think it's a great thing. I am pro-legal immigration. That doesn't mean that I'm the devil against illegal immigrants. Obviously, we don't want them here, but I believe that a lot of people, can do something here. But I think that they shouldn't be here illegally. I think that businesses should be able to sponsor them. Like for example, I would give a business a chance and say, hey, listen, the workers that you have are illegal. They got to go, unless you want to sponsor them. What does sponsor mean? It means that you're going to take care of them. It means that you're gonna give them housing. You know what I'm saying? It means that you're not going to let them be on welfare. And if business owners want to take that responsibility, by all means. But let me tell you what's going to happen. Maybe some companies that can benefit, they can pay them less money, but give them housing, for example. That could be a good way to make wages lower. But at the same time, it's like you're providing housing to these people. So there's a lot of things, guys. If we can sit down and conversate, I'm telling you, we can come up with all these great ideas, and then all we got to do is just execute our plan so that the voters can have their voices heard. Pitch it to them, and then see what they think. It's just like business. You say, hey, listen, I got this idea. This is what's going to go on. This is what's going to help. This is going to do this and this and that. That's just one little piece of the puzzle. And then there's a lot of other different areas. For fisheries, okay, what is it? We want to take care of the environment. We want to make sure that the animals are safe. But what can we do to help you in the fishing industry? And then you start talking about this and that, and you tend to form a plan, and then that's how people get on, with life. And of course, if people don't want to work, that's on them. If people want to be lazy, that's on them, But I really feel like that we can do a lot. And I feel 100% this mass illegal immigration has caused a lot of unaffordability, a lot of shortages of housing, and I don't blame them. I blame the government for misleading them. I blame the government for telling them that it's okay to come and do those things illegally. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, feels weird that you guys don't know who's talking to you. But I feel like the government misleads people, doesn't tell them the truth about how things really are here in Washington State, for example. Life is tough. Life is hard. And in order for you to become someone, you have to be able to work for it. You have to earn it. Nothing should be given to you. Everything should be earned. And the problem is that when politicians are trying to tackle homeless issues, they're not really tackling homeless. They're just patching the problem. What do you mean patching, Dennis? Well, they're giving them temporary housing, but that's not fixing the problem. That's just hiding them from other people. That's just hiding them. That's not fixing their problem. That's just hiding them. So what are you talking about, Dennis? Well, we need rehabilitation centers. Like really rehabilitation centers. Here's the thing, Democrats, which is, they've been ruling here in Washington for 40 years, but the Democrats, the government, let's just say the government, so some people don't get offended, not that I care, but the government has this thing where, they grab this old warehouse, right? And they made it into like apartments, so to speak, for people to come in. What do they do in here? The manager of the place, of the program, makes $400,000 a year. $400,000 a year. That's more than the governor. That's making about as much money as the president. You know what I'm saying? And then what happens? They don't give them any guidance. They just let them do their drugs until they die. And then they just take them out in a black body bag. You gotta listen, if you really care about the homeless issue, you gotta put in the work. You gotta do it right. You cannot continue to be blinded by loyalty to a party. Okay? You got to be able to say, hey, listen, we're not going to play this party bullshit. If you want to take care of these homeless persons, we need to make sure that we tackle the problem. Why are you homeless? Well, taxes, interest, this, that. Okay. So who made that problem? Who created the problem for the homeless to be homeless? Did they create the problem? Was it drugs? 90% of it actually is drugs. But how did they get to drugs? What was it? The pressure of life? Was it the stress? Was it a family abuse? What is the reason or the excuse? It's not Trump. Absolutely not Trump. You are wrong. 100% it's not Trump. It is not Trump at all. I wish it was Trump, because that way we can just say something about it. But let me tell you something. Trump has nothing to do with property taxes in our state. Trump has nothing to do with sales taxes in our cities and states. Trump has nothing to do with business taxes. Trump has nothing to do with how people get charged payroll taxes. Trump has nothing to do with permanent raises of taxes and taxing on gains. Trump has nothing to do with state taxes, which they are trying to pass here illegally and unconstitutionally here in Washington state. So before you go say that Trump is at fault, let me remind you that is the blue hair people, the socialist crazy ass Democrats who have been raising money from this Green New Deal. And you know what has happened to our climate? Nothing has happened to our damn climate. It's still the same shit. Seas are still rising. In the meantime, all they have been able to accomplish is increase homelessness, increase unaffordability, increase overpopulation, increase lack of housing. That's all they've done. But nothing has ever been done to the climate. We can't change it. We're not God. We're just throwing billions and billions of dollars to garbage. You can't do that. Read, we can't have a country with open borders, right? We just can't. You have to secure the borders. Listen, we're not a communist country like China, okay? China, it has imposed this, you can't have more than one child or two children. We don't do that. We want you to multiply. I shut down the factory, you know what I'm saying? But, we want you to multiply and create more American patriots. Here's one thing that the socialist Democrats don't understand. They blame Trump for unemployment. Okay, to a certain extent, let's find out why. Why? Why is it Trump's fault? Man, you know what? You're going to forgive me, but I have to go back to my car because I didn't bring my coffee. So, you guys are coming with me. Hopefully, this hijo de su pinche madre. Look at this guys. This guy scared the shit out of me. Oh, go. Go. It scared the shit out of me. Now, the reason why they scared the shit out of me is because I don't want to hurt them. So the other reason why they're hissing at me is because their duckling is right in there. So they think that I'm gonna do something to them. All right, we'll continue. We'll continue. I hope the information that I'm giving you is helping you guys out in some way. They're gonna say some Mexicans trying to steal the car. All right, there we go. Whew, man, I forgot my coffee, man. Can't do a live without coffee. You guys know how that works. Whew. All right, here we go. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, these geese are scaring the crap out of me. There we go. All right. Now I'm complete. Let me put this here. I have to grab a little stick to scare them off. This is probably the shittiest live that I've ever made, but for entertainment purposes, I brought you outside with me. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys for the coffee. All right, anyway, let's see what do we got here. You have professional mullet, nice business in the here. That's what it is. I'm watching the replay of that show. Let's see. Sandra, I like to time them out for 1 minute so I can keep doing it. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Thank you, Just. Appreciate the compliments. Appreciate you all. Dosito in the house. How are you? Good to see you in here. Absolutely. We are in Seattle, Washington. We are staring at the Space Needle in the back for those of you who just got here. Let me give you a little 180 view of where I'm at. Don't mind the deck over here is falling apart, but it's safe enough for me to get here. So just want to give you a little quick look. There you go. This is not my video tripod, so it doesn't have I'm not a smooth paneling for you. But there you go. If you just got here, that is the look. Hey, Don, how are you? I came down here to downtown Seattle trying to give you guys a different perspective. We don't want to have that perspective. I wish I had, apparently the video is crap. But let me zoom in a little bit so that I can get rid of some things that are in the way. There you go. All right, let's see. Where were we? Affordability. Yeah, I think the government needs to really listen to people, and it needs to listen to people that can actually make a difference. MAGA, says Jack. Oh man, I can't even read that, bro. Come on, man. Why you gotta bring that? Why you gotta bring that name, bro? They're gonna time you out just for the name. Oh man. All right, I'm gonna allow you guys to ask some questions here. As a matter of fact, maybe we just rotate you with me, like so. And let me adjust the leveling here and see if See if that's better. There's no, what you call it? I don't have a step. So it has to be here. Oh, I know what I can do. Let me just lower the middle piece here. There we go. There we go. How's that? All right, let me see if I can read some questions here from you guys. Come on, don't be shy. You are looking at the Seattle, Washington Space Needle. Space Needle. Right there. Thank you, sis. Appreciate you. You know that's 3 gallons of gas. that is 3 gallons of gas. Thank you. All right, give me your questions. Come on, guys, get the freebies. Get the freebies. No, 20 bucks. It's $5.50 a gallon. Yeah, maybe 3.5. Yeah, no, Russell. See, I'm okay with paying $4.50. It's okay, especially for what we're doing in Iran, trying to get our objective done. I think it's worth it. Thank you, Don Mitch. Don, don't know shit. Don't know shit. Thanks for the 5. Appreciate it. About $1.47, $1.50. It's permanent tax on gas. Thanks to my local government, and thanks to the purple hair people and their green new garbage deal that doesn't do anything for the environment. Easy. You know you have a dinosaur named after you, right? No, but just so you know, my firstborn, his name is Dennis in Spanish. And the way that the Spanish is for Dennis is Dionisio. And I hate it because his mom calls him Dino. And Dino is Fred Flintstone's pet dinosaur dog. That's so stupid. But anyways, I hate that. All right, anybody, give me a question. What do you guys want to know about? Let me see if I can control this. It's better for my face to be darkened and the beautiful sunny back. And the phone tries to change it. SpaceX had a blockbuster April release. I haven't heard about that one. Did you give her a piece of fried chicken and watermelon today? Oh, Joey, come on, say it and so, Joe. Well, you gotta be like that, bro. Don't be racist, bro. Come on. But she does love some fried chicken and watermelon. Oh my God. Looking around, making sure nobody gonna hear that one. Stop it, bro. Stop it. As in, how long you had a mullet? So I had a mohawk, is what I had. And when did I start growing it? It's only been like 3 years, I think. 3 or 4 years. It's been about as long as I quit smoking. By the way, I brought my cigars. So technically, I guess I haven't quit smoking, because once in a while, I will smoke a cigar. And yes, you guys will see that cigar. Yeah, 4 years, going on 4 years now. I was going to cut it. I was going to cut it off. And then my wife said, no, don't cut it. So there you go. This native is laughing. We do have the dumbest haircuts, I guess, but you know what? We don't give a shit what people think. we're gonna do our hair the way we want to do our hair, right? Yeah. Because we don't give up about anything, they say. All right, guys, come on, ask me a question. Uh, Alpsax. Ask a question, guys. We're here in Seattle, Washington. 77 degrees right now. At least that's what my car said. It's probably lower. You know, funny thing, people keep mentioning Trump about these deportations and stuff, but how can I say? Like, I think I was saying this earlier. He's not exactly like me, but I do think the way he thinks, and I think a lot of people out there, like, you know, common sense people like you, think this way. We can plan, we can say we're going to do this, but if circumstances change, you're going to have to change your plan. Like what I was saying on the way here, right, on the drive. President Trump says no new wars, which technically, well, we don't have new wars because Iran, it's a 47-year-old war that they have been warring against us. We just haven't had the balls to go back at them, right? But now we have. But that's besides the point. The point that I'm making is this, that even though President Trump says no new wars, it doesn't mean that we're not going to have new wars. Because as I remember, he said that he was going to stop, well, he said the Russia-Ukraine war would have never started if he was president. Okay, well, from day one, he said that he was going to go and stop this war. Unfortunately, the Ukraine president and the Russian president hate each other so much. It's like having libtards, you know, here, socialist Democrats in Washington state. They, even though something it's good for them, they don't want to listen. That doesn't mean that President Trump didn't go and try. He went over there. And what people don't understand on the left side is, okay, well, yeah, but he said that he was going to stop it from day one. Okay, well, he stopped eight and a quarter wars, I think, right? And here's the thing: situation has changed. Iran is now on the crosshair. We can no longer continue to say, oh, we're not going to have a war. You know why? Because our enemies are watching. Our enemies are listening to everything that we say. And if we show sort of weakness, well, what do you think they're going to do? The only reason why Iran is not giving up right now is because they see how we keep fighting each other internally. It's really crazy, you know, because it's not about Democrat and Republican, but it is about a communist, Marxist, socialist group who have taken over what we called Democratic Party. That is something that you have to understand. If you're a Democrat, fantastic. But if you're a Democrat that continues to support these fools, there's a problem. There's a problem with that. All right, my back is burning. You guys come with me. There is a problem with that. Let's see. I'm trying to give you guys some free questions, man. Take advantage. Take advantage. I do. I actually have an umbrella actually in the car, but that's okay. I hope you can save your states. The inmates have been running the asylum. That's Sue. Oh my gosh. So true. So true. It's sad, but it is so true. There's no way to lock the damn light on this thing. See, if I touch the hat, you can see Washington State backwards, but If we touch the background here, maybe just here. I'm telling you, if I have my camera, I will be able to control the actual lighting on it. Yes, John, we are in Seattle. That is correct. See, Colk, hi, Mr. Herrera. I know we're trying to stop Iran from launching missiles into America, but do you think the Iran war is America first? Yeah, absolutely. And I think that every country that believes that their country should be first, they should be supporting us. I don't know what they don't see it that way. I don't know if they're just cowering, you know, not trying to insult anybody, but, cowering is a word that we can use. I'm not sure if they're just afraid, that it's going to be, it's going to go out of control. Well, the thing about it is, nothing is guaranteed. And if we believe that we have to do this, we have to go in 100%. We can go in there 50%, you know what I'm saying? And because we are America first, we keep our allies taken care of. For example, because America comes first, we take care of Israel. Israel is our friend and ally. We have no better friend in the Middle East. Even the Saudi prince, they can flip on us anytime. You have to know that. You have to be able to assert the situation, and you have to be able to make a decision, even though it might be a scary decision, but we got to do it. Yeah, Poland doesn't take Muslims. That, for example, there's one way that you can keep your country safe. Protect your border. Okay, if everybody protected their borders like Poland does, we wouldn't have a problem. We need Israel to be on our side. We do. We need the Saudi prince. We need all the Arabs to be. Everybody needs to be on our side, because we're the only ones that really believe on free market. Well, of course, we believe on making our country the wealthiest. Yeah, you had to have some ambition. You got to have some ambition. But we need everybody to be on board with what we're doing, because at the end of the day, there's no country that helps other countries around the world like the United States of America does. I guarantee that. So there is that. Steve Johnson, can we just buy Mexico? Well, we did already. We bought California, we bought Arizona, parts of Utah, Colorado, New Mexico. That's what we bought. And so a lot of the Mexican natives became American citizens, and those that didn't want to pledge allegiance to America, first ones to get deported. Yeah. So yes, we did buy a lot of Mexico, and I think, to be honest, I think Mexico should be part of the United States of America. And that way, they wouldn't be coming to this country illegally. They will literally just be part of us. And of course, you still need to have control, law and order. We don't want the ugly parts of Mexico to be part of the ugly parts of the United States of America. We want to make sure that everybody's taken care of. As part of two big, huge, developed nations coming together, I think that it'll be fantastic. Great real estate down there in Cuba, which could flourish under U.S. leadership. Absolutely. Donald, I know that you're sort of new to my channel, but you're right. I think the same way that you do. I really believe that that Cuba can be an amazing place. Cuba is like what, 90 miles away from the Keys? It's pretty close to the United States of America. But I really believe that Cuba can be so amazing. I mean, the land is fertile. The people know how to work the land. These communists that are suppressing all this wealth from being made by the people, it's just destroying Cuba. Now, I know that they would like to blame President Trump for that, but they don't understand. They think See, check this out. They think that us stopping the oil from going to Cuba, they think we are making Cubans suffer. What they don't understand is that when the oil was coming from Venezuela, it was free oil. But the communist government was keeping all that oil and selling it to their own people at a very high price, at a commodity price. But nobody says anything about that on the social side, on the Socialist Democrat side. Nobody talks about it. You said something that would be beneficial to our country. I am a little prejudiced since I have Chicano half brothers. Yeah, well, in a perfect world, right, there will be no problem. In a perfect world, there will be no problem. But I'm talking about Cuba right now, and Cuba, they believe socialism or communism was a good thing. As a matter of fact, they still believe that. There was a video that Nick Shirley was putting out there, right? He was talking to this Cuban guy on the street, and he had this little ID, and he's like, oh, the socialist communist, that's not the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to help people. And Nick Shirley, yeah, he's young. He doesn't really know about all these things, right? But in my mind, I thought about this. 100%, I imagine all the fresh fruit from Cuba, and let's not talk about the Cuban cigars. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna go have a smoke. I'm gonna go smoke a cigar in a little bit, but we're gonna go to a different location for that. I don't know if you can smoke here or anywhere else, but I'm keeping an eye on the time because of traffic. But don't worry, guys. We'll keep hanging. Thank you for the super, Don. Appreciate you, big bro. White Horse, welcome. Oh, White Horse in the house. Let me see. I'm over here. White Horse Original, welcome to the chat. Is that a real native name? Which tribe? Or is that just a nickname? I know a warhorse, High Chief Warhorse. I know a native, his name is Brian, everybody talks about. That's his real name. I agree with you, Don. I think that Cuba can be such a great addition as a territory, maybe even as a small state. Why not? White Horse, thank you for answering. I appreciate it. All right, Nick, then good to see you here as well. Duke Nukem, where is it? Where is it? You know what? There was a stage. We'll come back to Cuba. There was a stage that when I was playing Duke Nukem, I could not beat. I stopped playing it. I just couldn't beat it. It was like, I guess the exit is not very noticeable, and there's like a bunch of. I can barely see what it was, but I just couldn't beat the stage. I beat everything in this level. I just didn't know how to get to the next level, and so I just stopped because I had to do a lot of studying during that time, and then I just kind of stopped playing it. Didn't have time for it. Let's see. Good Game says in Canada and Greenland and Honduras and Guatemala and Brazil and Chile. I know. I joked about this before, but I say this, okay? And we'll get back to Cuba, because I think Cuba can be such a beautiful island. I joked about this before, but I said, listen, if I was able to denounce my citizenship and be allowed to run for president in Honduras, I would. And I would try to build the best relationship that I can possibly do with the United States of America. And I would even sell or pitch the idea of becoming a territory of the United States of America. Maybe, maybe even a small state. Why not? We have like, what is it, like 17 million people? That can be a good size, population. And the thing is that, we will push for people to be educated. We will push for crime to disappear. We will definitely be doing war against cartels and gangbangers and all that stuff, like Nayib Bukele has done in El Salvador. Salvadorians actually pay in dollars. They're dollarized. They don't have their coin anymore. It's dollars. There's a lot of businesses that we can have in Honduras that we don't want here in the States. It just doesn't make sense. Like clothing business, unless, you're like this fashion, whatever, then you can do that. Yeah, the reason, that's right, it's easy said and done, but hey, Vilma, the thing is, the people have to choose. You know what I'm saying? I can't force people to vote for me. If they don't know me, they don't want to vote for me, it's not going to happen. But I'm saying that if it was to happen, there's a lot of maquilas. Maquilas is clothing factories, okay? And in Honduras, we make socks, underwear. I think my underwear made in Honduras, the ones that I'm wearing right now. But they make socks, underwear, t-shirts, the Hanes tank tops, all that kind of clothing, regular clothing that can be very cheap for Americans to buy. And then, of course, migrants that come here, they can afford cheap clothes and good clothing, by the way, not crappy clothing. Honduras makes very good clothing. Thank you, Prince. And so I think that there's a lot of things that we can accomplish. We can also use, money from the United States. For what? So that we can continue to repair our roads, make new roads, so that we can help our banana plantations. We're cultivating a lot of African palms, which they get oil from. There is a lot of different things that the United States can help Honduras with. And just think about it. You'll be able to fly back and forth. You'll be able to travel between the United States and Honduras and vice versa. And I just think that it'd be a game changer. It will be it's a beautiful, beautiful world that we live in. And if we were able to work things out, I mean, Puerto Rico became like Guam, American Samoa, they became territories of the United States of America. And their leaders are garbage. Now I'm not talking about American Samoa, I'm talking about the leaders in Puerto Rico. Let me specify. Why? Because they have this socialist mentality. That doesn't work. It doesn't work. The problem with it is it's kind of like, socialism is like, it's like being a Christian and you don't want to sin. And so you think that because you're a Christian, you can go into a strip joint and you're not going to be tempted. That's what socialism is. Because eventually you will be tempted and you will have to make different decisions. And that's what socialism is. It's the same way. They have the best intentions to help everybody. But at the end of the day, when wealth starts disappearing, then you start taking over businesses. And then when you start taking over businesses, you see how hard it is, and then you have to make a decision. Cut out more than half of the population and take care of a minimum amount of people that will support you and your communism. So the whole idea that communism is good or socialism is good, especially in Cuba, they really believe that socialism is good. Even the people that are suffering right now, they just think it's being misapplied, but it's not. It's just not good. People get corrupted very easily. I just think that's the way it is. I wish I would have brought my Make America Great hat again. I thought I had it on because I have a white one like this. I thought I had it on, but it would have been nice to have it so you guys can see that I do wear it outside as well. Besides, by now, if any Washingtonians see me, well, they know me, and if they want to have something to say, they would. Let's see. So again, hi, Susana. Thank you for stopping by, Susan. So anyway, so what I really believe that Cuba, once we take over, because we will, once we take over Cuba, I think it's going to take years. I'm sure it's going to take years. I really hope that the people of Cuba, they regain their democracy and their independence, and that they would decide to become part of the United States of America. I think it will be the best move for them, and I think that the United States can truly benefit from it as well. Imagine if we have mango plantations. Cuba can be like the farming grounds of our tropical fruits and vegetables, or whatever the hell it is that we have in the tropical places. BTK, oh, actually put a super in here. Trump Monroe Doctrine will create states and territories. That would be nice. Maybe we still have to be careful, though. We don't want to become like Hitler, you know what I'm saying? Remember, I love Trump. I love Trump. I 100% support him. But at the same time, we're all human. And we can all be tempted. His Christianity is not as strong as we would like it to be. So even himself kind of questions himself as a Christian man, because he's an American man that believes something like, for example, if you believe in freedom of speech, freedom of religion, you can either choose to be Christians like us, or absolutely, Chris, I'll be right back with you, okay? Or I can accept all of them, and I can practice all of them. Now, that will just mean that I'm not really, dedicated to one religion. Now, we as Christians know, in order to be saved, this is what happens, okay? This is not what we're doing here. President Trump can go kiss the wall in Israel. He can go to a Catholic church and do the whole personation thing. He can go to a Baptist church. He can go to a Pentecostal church. He can go to a Buddhist temple and light some incense. He can do all those things because he believes in the freedom of religion. That doesn't mean that he's a bad person, but he does this very well. He doesn't let that part of his freedom of religion to stop him from actually trying to govern this country as an actual president that has balance between religion and the government, between God and us here in the United States of America. Let me address this real quick. Let me finish this up real quick, Chris. I like what you said because it's true. I think Cuba has a tremendous amount of potential to be probably one of they might not grow to be these like huge downtown island, no, but they have such a great potential to be the most prosperous and free place on earth. I really believe this. I really do. Because how? But they're going to get rid of communism, so they will actually appreciate the freedom. But then everybody will have the right to make their own wealth. And we're not going to use socialism for that. We're going to use capitalism. We're going to allow people to, if you work hard, you will be rewarded. If you're lazy, you are not going to get anything. That's just the way it is. If you are lazy, you don't get to eat. That's what the Bible says. If you don't work, you don't eat, right? We are here to help those who need help, but we're not here to enable laziness. Okay? Now, with that being said, let me go back to to Chris's comment here, because he mentioned Honduras. Honduras is well known for labor rights abuses in the clothing sector. It's true. It is true. But I will also tell you that if you're a supervisor in a position over there, in a supervisor, you can make up to $5,000 a month. $5,000 a month is good money. It's good money. And I can tell you, if the president, if the alcaldes, right, the mayors, the governors, and all these people that we have in Honduras, I don't know if we have governors. Do we have governors? I think we have governors. I'm not sure. I know alcaldes, at least mayors for sure, and the president. I will tell you this. If the government, if the politicians, right, who are governed in Honduras would be fair to the people, they would have better wages. You know, they also tax on the gas prices. There is a lot of money that already comes from the United States of America, believe it or not. And they man, so many things that happen in Honduras. But here, let me tell you this. I agree with that. And I think that maquilas, they need to be reopened. I think the economy took them down. I know COVID-19 didn't help, but they need to reopen all these maquilas. They need to give the business owners, the people that are willing to sacrifice to make that big investment, because socialists can't do it. Only rich people can, right? If they're willing to make the investment to open up these maquilas, these factories, these clothing factories or plants, you know, they will be able to bring the economy back up. Honduras used to be a dominating coin in Central America. Now it's one of the worst. It's crazy. You know, not the worst, but it's one of the worst. So I think that there's a lot of things that can happen good for Honduras. But the government has to change. I know we just got a new president that President Trump sponsored. But I want you to know this, okay? When you guys hear that President Trump pardoned a criminal president from Honduras, that is not true. That is not true. This president, the reason why he ran for president, number one, it's he was the Speaker of the House, okay? He was the Speaker of the House. Prospera, proof that what you advocate for doesn't work. I don't know what the hell you're talking about there. But all I can tell you is that I'm saying the truth. Before Orlando Hernandez became president of Honduras, he was the House Speaker. The communist, who Xiomara is the wife of, that president, when Orlando was Speaker of the House, he actually vouched for the general in the military in Honduras. A general shut down a couple of small planes that were being smuggled with drugs through Honduras. Because he did that, the communist government, which of course were getting drugs and money from Venezuela, from Nicolas Maduro and Hugo Chavez, were coming through Honduras, and they fired the general. Juan Orlando himself, as the Speaker of the House, said, I'm going to run for president. This can't be happening. They can't be doing that. This general is fighting for Honduras. During Juan Orlando's presidency, the economy was actually going back up. A lot of roads were being built with the dollars that the United States was sending us. There was a lot of things going back and forth. I saw a lot of gang violence disappear. Very minimal. He almost got rid of it. And he stopped the root. Think about this. They will tell you, they will lie to you. And when I say they, I mean the socialist, communist, Marxist Democrats that we have today. They will lie to you and tell you that Juan Orlando, which is the president that President Trump pardoned, he is the drug lord. But let me tell you what a drug lord doesn't do. The drug lord doesn't stand for a general who shoots down 2 planes full of coke coming from Venezuela. A drug lord doesn't stop the route from going through Honduras. Juan Orlando did that. He stopped the drugs coming through Honduras. So what did they do? The communists came together. Juan Orlando never acknowledged Nicolas Maduro as the legitimate president of Venezuela. But the communist, the communist president can no longer be president because he finished his term. So what did they do? They get his wife to run for office as president. We know who was in charge. It was her husband. What is the first thing that she does? She has her party intimidate Juan Orlando, which legitimately won the presidency again. They threatened the life of his family, and he had to run. Juan Orlando had a great relationship with the Biden administration, or so he thought. He comes to the United States. Check this out. This is true, and you can look this up. So he is afraid for his family, so he turns himself in He thinks that the other person that was running with him will become the president, right? Technically, that's the way it should have been. That's not the way it was. But anyway, so he turns himself in. They bring him here to the United States of America. Once he is in jail, Garland comes out and says, we have captured, son of a bitch, just remembering this pisses me off. We have captured the drug lord, Juan Orlando Hernandez from Honduras, blah. I was like, you sons of bitches. That is not what he said. He had a great relationship with the Socialist Democrats, with the Biden administration. They set him up, just like they tried to set up President Trump on January 6th. They set him up. So he finds out, Juan Orlando finds out that he was set up. And then he said, let's fight this. And he went and fought it, and he lost. The president, the person that ran with him for president did not become the president. The communists did. And you know what was the first thing that she did? She acknowledged and confirmed that the cartel drug lord of the Cartel de los Soles, Nicolas Maduro, was an actual president, legitimate president of Venezuela. That's what she did. Even posted with shaking hands with the communist and taking pictures with him. And Honduras economy even hit bottom low amongst all Central American countries. How do you think that happens? All of a sudden, we have an open border. We got thousands and hundreds of thousands of illegal Hondurans coming to the United States of America. They were coming through Mexico. Mexico made billions of dollars from this massive illegal immigration caravans coming through. You say, oh yeah, how, Dennis? Well, let me tell you how. All these hundreds of thousands, millions of illegal immigrants coming in through the Mexican border, they had to buy food. They had to get shelter. They had to get hospital. They had to take doctor visits, etc. Most of them, a lot of them, not most, a lot of them actually took off all the Mexican native kids out of their school so that illegal immigrants can still continue their education as they are traveling to the northern border. There's more to it than you think. Let me give you a little quick look of a boat being towed out. I wish I had better video quality for you guys.